There is a version of this story that happens to almost everyone. You get a raise, a real one, not a 2% cost of living adjustment, a genuine promotion, more responsibility, new title, bigger number on the offer letter. You do the math in your head driving home, and it feels like the turning point you have been waiting for. And then, 6 months later, you look at your bank account and wonder where it all went. Not because you did anything wrong, not because you made some catastrophic financial mistake. The money came in, the money went out, and you are sitting in almost exactly the same spot you were before the raise happened. This is the raise trap, and it is one of the quietest, most consistent wealth killers affecting people who are doing everything else right. Let me show you exactly how it works. Meet Danielle, 28 years old, has been grinding at her job for 3 years. Good at what she does, gets recognized for it. And at her last review, she finds out she is getting promoted. New salary is $68,000. She was making $54,000. That is a $14,000 raise. Before taxes, she is looking at an extra $1,166 a month hitting her account. Danielle feels incredible. She should. She earned it. But here is what happens next. The first thing Danielle does is upgrade her apartment. Her current place is fine, but she has been wanting more space for a while, and now the numbers finally work. She moves into a place that costs $320 more per month. It is a reasonable upgrade, nothing extravagant, just a nicer place that feels appropriate for where she is in her career. That is $320 of her raise. Gone. Every month. Permanently. Then, she upgrades her car. Not drastically. She trades in her old car and gets something newer. Her monthly payment goes up by $180. Still very manageable. Feels like a normal adult decision. That is $500 of her raise now committed. Every month. Then, the eating out budget quietly expands. Not because Danielle decides to change her habits. It just happens. She is making more money. She stops second-guessing the $22 lunch. She says yes to the dinners she used to skip. Her food spending increases by about $200 a month. $700 gone. New work clothes because the new role has a different expectation. A gym membership she actually uses now. A streaming service she added. A weekend trip she would not have taken before. By month 3, Danielle is spending roughly $1,050 more per month than she was before the raise. She has $1,166 extra dollars coming in. That leaves her with $116 a month of actual financial progress from a $14,000 annual raise. $116. Not because Danielle is irresponsible, not because she made bad decisions. Every single one of those choices is normal. Every single one of them is defensible. The apartment is nicer. The car is more reliable. The experiences are real. But the raise did not build her wealth. It built her lifestyle. And those are two completely different things. This is lifestyle inflation. And the reason it is so dangerous is that it does not feel like inflation at all. It feels like progress. It feels like finally living the life your income is supposed to support. It feels earned. The trap is not that you spend more when you make more. Some of that is completely reasonable. The trap is that you spend more automatically, without a plan, until the raise is fully absorbed into your cost of living and you are back to saving exactly what you were saving before, which for most people is not enough. Here is the number that should make this land. If Danielle had taken just $500 of that $1,100 monthly raise and invested it every month for the next 20 years at an average 8% return, she would have approximately $294,000. $294,000 from one promotion, from one decision at one moment in time about where half of one raise was going to go. Instead, she has a nicer apartment and a newer car and a bank balance that feels about the same as it always did. That is what the raise trap costs. Not the money you spend, the money you were never intentional enough to keep. And here is the part that makes it worse. This does not just happen once. Most people go through this same cycle every time their income increases. Every raise, every promotion, every new job. The income goes up, and within 60 to 90 days, the spending catches up to it, and the gap between income and savings stays almost exactly the same. It is called lifestyle creep, and it is the reason people making $80,000 a year feel just as financially stuck as people making $40,000 a year. The number on the paycheck changed. The financial situation did not. There is even a name for what most people feel when this cycle keeps repeating: the hedonic treadmill. You upgrade your life, it feels great for a while. Then it becomes the new normal, and you need the next upgrade to feel the same way. You keep running. The treadmill keeps moving. You never actually get anywhere. And the financial industry is not helping. Every time your income increases, the appetite for what you are supposed to want increases with it. The car you should be driving at your new salary, the apartment that matches your new level, the wardrobe that signals your new position. There is an entire economy built around converting your raises into new expenses before you ever have a chance to convert them into wealth. So what do you actually do? The answer is not to never upgrade anything. That is not realistic, and it is not the goal. The goal is to be intentional about the split. Here is the framework. Every time your income increases, before you change a single spending habit, you sit down and you decide on your allocation. Call it the raise split. Take the after-tax monthly increase and divide it into 3 buckets. Bucket 1 is investment first. A minimum of 50% of every raise goes directly into savings or investments before it touches your lifestyle. Automatic, non-negotiable. This is the wealth-building half of your raise, every single time. This is what breaks the cycle. Bucket 2 is intentional lifestyle. Up to 30% can go toward deliberate lifestyle upgrades that you have actually thought about and prioritized. Not automatic upgrades, chosen ones. There is a difference between deciding you want to move to a nicer apartment and sliding into one because the math felt like it worked. One is a decision, the other is drift. Bucket 3 is buffer. 20% sits as buffer for increased costs you did not anticipate. Taxes, insurance changes, the real cost of a newer car. This is not spending money. This is protection money for the version of the raise you thought you were getting. If Danielle had done this, 50% of $1,166 is $583 going straight into investments every month. That is not $294,000 over 20 years anymore. That is $342,000 from the same raise, from the same income, from one decision made at one moment before the lifestyle caught up. The most important thing about the raise split is the timing. You have to make this decision before the money starts arriving. Because once it starts arriving and you start experiencing the new number as normal, the psychology works against you. The new salary stops feeling like extra. It starts feeling like what you make. And protecting it starts feeling like deprivation instead of discipline. The window is short. You get the offer letter or the promotion conversation, and in that moment, before anything changes, that is when you run the numbers and make the split. That is the only time it feels easy. Because the moment your new lifestyle begins, the old lifestyle starts feeling like the sacrifice. And most people never go back. The raise trap is not about overspending. It is about the absence of a plan at the exact moment when a plan matters most. Danielle is not behind because she made bad decisions. She is behind because nobody told her there was a decision to make. There is a decision to make. Every single time your income goes up, you are standing at a fork. One path is automatic. It requires no thought, no discipline, no intentionality. Your lifestyle will expand to meet your income all by itself. The economy, the people around you, the advertising you see every day, all of it is designed to help you down that path. The other path requires one decision, made once, before the money arrives. 50% to building, 30% to living, 20% to protection. That one decision, repeated every time your income grows, is the difference between the person who makes great money and wonders where it goes, and the person who makes great money and actually has something to show for it. The raise you got last year, or the one you are going to get next year, those are not just paychecks. They are opportunities that have a very short window before they close. The people who build real wealth do not just earn more, they decide faster. Make the split before the lifestyle does it for you.